Okay, once you've saved and exited from the customize theme environment, you need to come back here to the main menu, and then we're going to go and be working on the actual appearance slash menus here. So clicking on that will just load our page here, and you'll see when you first come in there are no menus. So we're going to create two menus. The first one is going to be called main menu. I've already got that in there, so I'm going to arrow down and then click enter. I'm going to create that menu, and this main menu will actually be the menu that sits at the very top of the screen. It's not the menu that scrolls, but it is going to be what's called the secondary menu. So once that has saved that menu, we're going to select secondary menu and then click save. And then we're going to actually create our primary menu, which is the call to action menu, which is the yellow one at the top. So if I start typing C, you'll see there that I've already got this here, and this is very fast when you're working through lots and lots of these sites all lined up with tabs. So arrow down, click enter, and then I'm going to click create menu. And when I create that menu, I'm going to actually make sure that this one is the primary menu. So when that saves there, I will click the primary menu button as we've got that down here, and then make sure I save that. So now this primary menu is going to be a custom menu, so it's not going to be made up of any pages. So we're going to come down to custom links over here, and there's two things we've got to set. We've got to set the link text and the URL. Okay, so I'm going to select that and just delete that. I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, and if we scroll across now on step 11 here, you'll see that there's a call to action menu, URL, and a label. So I'm going to select the URL because this will be here in the spreadsheet. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my menu, and then I'm simply just going to paste that in. And then I'm going to select the link text box, go back here, select that there, copy it, go back to our menu, and then paste that in. And once I've done that, I'm going to click then add to menu. Okay, and then I'm going to save that menu. That's the only element in the call to action menu. And as you can see now, we've got a box up here which allows us to work on two menus. So, and if we select that, we can actually work on the main menu by clicking select. Now we do have a whole lot of pages in here, as you can see, and if we click on view all, we're actually going to be selecting pages that are going to go on the main menu here that are really all we want to display at the very top of the screen. So the first one we're going to select is home. Then we're going to select ADT. Scrolling to the bottom, we're going to select resources, packages, and get a quote. So there's 5 items that are going to be in there. Then we'll click add to the menu. That's going to put it over on the right hand side here. Now we just need to drag get a quote to the very bottom, and for this one here, ADT, we're actually going to change that to ADT monitoring, because this is what the client wants to be selling, because they're actually selling a monitoring package and not exactly ADT equipment. So if we just now close that up and we'll leave those as they are, we're going to click save the menu, and then the menu should be now complete. Okay, so to get an idea of what this looks like, we can now take a look at all our posts. Select the top one, and you'll see things are starting to look a whole lot different. We've got our banner up here, and we roll over this top. This is the main menu. All we want to see is that color change, and these link to the various pages on the site. If we scroll down, we'll see that even though this admin thing is in the way, that the actual menu is being sticky. That all comes in with our customization. and everything else is in place. We scroll to the bottom. The next thing I'm going to be working on is adjusting the footer content down here. But essentially, that completes our step. We've got our call to action menu. It's always a good idea to roll over and check the number. You can see on the bottom left side of the screen there, look down there when I roll over. We're going to make sure that the number being displayed is the number that is actually going to be ringing, because this is a click to call action. As we scroll up, that's always going to be there. And that number also needs to be the number that we see over here, so we've got to make sure that we've got that right. But if you just copy and paste what's in the spreadsheet, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, and essentially that completes step 11.